Welcome, Truth Nation. I'm Tonya Wilder, the host of The Truth Ain't In Us, and we are back with another episode. If you want the truth, stand on truth, and believe in the truth, then you have actually reached the right place. And today we have a great episode. It's a mother and daughter duo in real estate and finances. And let's welcome to the show Nevaeh White and Lateefa Mosley. Did I get that correct?
Yes. Thank you for having us. Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, thank you for being here. So, guys, tell us a little bit about who you are and exactly what you do.
Okay. Should I go first?
Yeah, you're the start of it all.
All right. Okay, so my name is Lateefa Mosley, and I am a person that believes in empowering females to get to the next level any way that looks like, as far as in confident and mostly right now in real estate. And so that's the gist of it for right now. I'm a second oldest of 13.
Oh, wow.
Yes. My parents been together since my mom was 15, so I come from a huge family, and I think that's it for the most part.
Okay. Mom, be for real.
What?
She started off in the film, doing production, stage plays, ventured off into real estate.
Yes.
She's being shy today.
No, I started. So I've been doing. Because we're talking about real estate right now. That's why.
Well, we want to know who you are, though, at the end of the day.
Yes. I mean, so yeah, my start was in the theater world. That's where, like, my heart is, the love. I produce and different plays throughout Atlanta. And so that's what a lot of people kind of know me from. And then I got into real estate later on in my career.
Okay. And what shows was that? Like, what
So
plays?
we did autobiographies of people that you know, as far as like Sam Cooke, Aretha Franklin, Etta James.
Okay.
Then I do got some films that are on Amazon currently right now and on Tubi. So yeah, I do have some stuff, but you know, we're talking about real estate.
Listen, don't dim your light, girl. Let it shine. Let it shine. Okay. Yes. What about you, Nevaeh?
So, you know, my mom only had me, so I'm the only child.
Okay.
After
13 brothers and sisters.
That's it.
Because I take care of all of them.
One and done.
One and done. Then I'm done.
Yes. So I did go to Georgia State University and receive my bachelor's degree in business and marketing. And then I just jumped into real estate because my mom was also in real estate. And I had got my license at 18. So as soon as I graduated, I was already ready to start selling some homes.
Okay. And she's also doing her life because she's been doing entrepreneur since like forever. Anytime that we had an event, like she was selling something and doing something. So she was always had the entrepreneurial spirit in her. So she was going to be doing something for herself anyway.
And how old are you?
I am turning 23 in 2 days.
Okay.
Cancer.
So already a hustler, I see.
Yeah, so like my mom was saying, at her shows, I was running the concession stands, trying to make extra money and do things like that. You know, started working at 14 years old and
she had a hair business
that
did really well
in college and in high school. And then I dipped a little bit into cosmetics, selling lip glosses and different beauty care. So, like, I was hustling all the girls and selling to all the girls.
For a college student, you were making some good money.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Absolutely. So, what led you guys into real estate?
So, COVID happened because I was doing theater full time. That was all that I knew.
It changed everybody's life.
Changed everything. So my grandmother had already told me, like, hey, you might want to try this. And I was like, oh, you know, I don't know. And then I had another good friend say, you should really try this. And so I said, why not? And went ahead, got my license, and been in it now, going on 6+ years now, 6 years in real estate.
So my mom forced me to get my license at 18.
I did. When I saw how well I was doing, I was like, as soon as you're able to do this is what you're going to do.
Okay.
So that's what happened. I got my license, like I said, at 18 years old. And then after I graduated college in 2023, the job market sucks right now. So I was like, well, I do have this, you know, backup resource that I can do. And I started selling homes. And now me and my mom at the brokerage is top 4 team, and there's only 2 of us. So.
What brokerage is it?
Keller Williams.
Okay. So, real estate, being a realtor, is sales. So how do you guys because it's not easy, right?
No.
So, because a lot of people, a lot of people may think it's easy. They see the upside of the lifestyle of how people live and stuff like that. So share with us like the other side of it. Like when you first got started, how were you able to get your clients and then be successful?
So honestly, for me, my brokerage I was at, it was a small boutique because I wasn't with Keller Williams at the time. They used to call me ignorance on fire because as soon as I got in 3 weeks, I was on the contract and it was closing on the house already. And then it just kept on going and I just kept on doing it. I didn't know what I was doing or how I was doing it. And it just so happened. And I guess from being in the theater world and really communicating in the relationships that I had and running a business in its own sense, because that's what I was doing, I learned everything that I needed to know to run this business that I'm currently doing. So at the time, she was giving leads. So that's how I was really kind of doing really well because my brokerage was giving me leads. So she was paying for realtor.com and that's how it happened. And then once I started learning how to do it myself and not paying for leads and what I needed to do, that's when I was like, oh, okay, I could do this for a living.
What made you bring your daughter into
real
this
estate?
world?
Or into this world?
The real estate world.
Okay.
Let me clarify that,
You want that
story? Into the real estate world.
So again, I was a struggling mother, right? I'm a single mom. I was maintaining life at that time, but I was doing what my heart so desire.
Yes.
And so when real estate came, I was able to do both. I was able to actually provide and not stress. It's easy now to go into a restaurant and not have to count your dollars, Now you go in, I know I can afford this, pay for this, get whatever I want on this menu, and my bills and everything else is still going to be paid. And it was just a different type of freedom that at the time I honestly didn't have. And so I wanted the same thing for her as well. And so when I told her, when you turn 18 years old, this is what you're going to do. And it wasn't even something that she had a choice in a sense. So, because that's how they do it, right?
Yeah.
Like certain families, if you're a lawyer, doctor, etc., they automatically put them in. LeBron James, his son is in it.
Exactly.
The team, you know what I mean?
And I think we missed that mark in the Black community because I work in sales. Been in sales for over 25 years. And at one point, when I worked in the mortgage industry, I witnessed these white men, they would tell their children, this is what you're going to go to school for, this is what you're going to do. And so I mimicked that with my own children.
Yes.
Okay, and I had my son's a doctor. My middle child, she works for a pharmaceutical company, and then we have one in college still. But we see it every day. These white girls, they go to college, and their parents are telling them to date up, marry up, date the athletes, and not saying that that's something. Well, hell, I would want my daughter to marry up. So let me just keep it real. This is the truth ain't in us, right?
Right.
So,
that's what we want.
Absolutely. So, with that being said, you wanted that for your daughter at the end of the day.
Absolutely, because I was doing well. And if I would have had this at 18, imagine where I would be at, different, right? And so it's something that I'm able to pass on. Even if she decides later on in life to do something totally different, she can always come back to this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So when your mom brought you in, I want to know how you guys became this duo. Because you said you're kicking butts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Top salespeople.
Top number 4 as a team at our brokerage.
And that was as of last year. So
we just became a duo last year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this year ain't over yet.
Yeah, this year ain't over yet. I'm coming for number 1.
All right. I like that. I love that mindset.
Yes.
So how was it for you stepping in this role?
I think it was more accident because I was helping her with her social media because she doesn't really know how to work social media.
Mm-hmm.
So I started helping her with the admin work. So I think over time it wasn't no like master plan. It just kind of started to align. And I think that's what happened.
Yeah, because she was doing a lot of the admin stuff, transactional, buyers showing stuff, homes and different things like that.
Yes.
And so it just came to a point to it was like, why not?
I think like our broker said, let's just be a team.
Could have been.
Or I don't know if we made that decision.
Yeah.
That was some time ago.
Yeah.
I went to your social media page and I saw you talking about building wealth in real estate and also investing. And a lot of times people in our community, we don't believe in investment. We don't believe in a lot of people don't even have life insurance at the end of the day. And that, to me, that's a part of building wealth
Exactly.
as well. What advice do you guys give people when it comes to that?
So first thing first is that it's the mindset. It has to be a person who really wants this and who's looking for not a get rich quick scheme.
Absolutely.
And I think that's a big thing right now because of the economy and how things going. Everyone's looking for the fastest way to make it, and it does not work that way.
It doesn't happen overnight.
No, you have to truly build and actually put in the hard work. So a lot of times people see these people that are so successful and they're doing what they're doing, but you don't know what they did 10 years ago to get to where they're at.
Exactly.
You know?
Oprah.
Yes.
I believe Warren Buffett did not become a millionaire until he was in his 50s.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of the younger generation today, they believe I can get rich overnight.
Right, because of social media.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because there are social media people that are killing it right now, influencers that are doing really well.
And then I think a lot of people don't realize just because you can rent out a luxury car, that does not mean you own the luxury car that you're in. So I think a lot of people just think, oh, what they see is what they have. And no, they probably don't own that car.
So you think a lot of what we see on social media is cap?
Yeah, I mean, I do think a lot of the influencers probably don't have the money in real life. They're trying to keep up with the Joneses, keep a certain persona. So I think us as a younger generation, we're seeing that. So we're like, oh, I'm behind because so-and-so has this Mercedes-Benz at 21 years old and I'm 25 and I'm lost, stressed, and etc.
Right.
So I do feel like that's what's making people feel behind.
Yeah.
And I think it puts a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
It does. It does.
On these younger people as well.
Yeah, it does. But first thing first is mindset. Once you can get through someone's mindset, then I think, okay, then we can figure out how to get to the next level. And the next level is getting passive income. Finding income producing assets that can work for you while you don't have to work. And whatever that might look like for you. But what is it, 93% of millionaires come from real estate?
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you can have a couple of rental properties, and that's one thing that AI can't take.
Absolutely.
They cannot take that. We will always need somewhere to stay, somewhere to sleep. And so if you can get a couple of rental properties, like I tell some people, even if it's $300 that you're making off of it, that's something better than nothing, A. And B, if you have 5 of them making $300 every single month, that adds up.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? But people just don't see that. And there's other things that you can do as well, but that's one of the things.
We're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
So when there are thousands of people on the internet giving financial advice online and stuff like that, what makes you guys stand out?
I think because we lived it. We're not telling, we're speaking on what we're doing. We're not talking about bonds and stocks because we're not in that industry. Gotcha. We're talking about investing in real estate. As a family, we've lost hundreds of thousands and made hundreds of thousands in real estate. So we're teaching, because another aspect of our business is women invest in real estate. So we're teaching women how to invest because a lot of women feel like, oh, well, I don't have any friends talking about this. I need a man to do it, fears and etc. So what makes us different is we got the receipts to prove what we've done.
We're actually doing it. And I think some people are giving advice and they're not doing it. You know what I mean?
A lot of that is going on online.
Yeah. No, I'm like...
And some may ask, why listen to you guys? Because you see we don't know if they have the millions or not. We see a lot of them dressed in flashy clothes, name brand, carrying these expensive handbags and stuff like that. So why listen to you guys?
Well, wealth doesn't come in name clothes.
Yeah,
I know that. I know that because the older,
yeah,
they don't have that life experience. So
Yeah.
I'm asking that because of the younger people.
I would say this: the billionaires and millionaires that I've been around, they had white shirts on and khaki pants. And with me being in real estate, I'm with a whole nother mindset of people where people are making $500,000, $1 million, and they're not focused on those things. They may have luxury pieces, but just like I said, just because you have a luxury item, you can put that on a credit card. That does not mean wealth. True wealth is assets. And a lot of people get confused on the assets and liabilities.
I was listening. Yeah. I was listening to this one guy on social media. And he was saying, when you're making $5,000, how you are. When you're making $10,000, how you are. He said that the happiest person is when you are able to make $30,000 a month. And anything else outside of $30,000 doesn't mean anything. But you're the happiest when you're able to make that, because at that point, you don't have to think or worry about anything for the most part, because the money can bring you whatever it is that you might need. You have the flexibility to hire the leverage and etc. And so that's what he felt, that once you are at that level, that's when you are, for most people, at the happiest.
And do you guys feel like when it comes to building wealth, at the end of the day, does that bring people happiness? The more money you make, and let me rephrase it, because I will say this, what I've learned is the more money you make, the more problems you may have, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, or the bigger your bills are.
Yeah. Yeah. It still comes with stress. It really, just because you're making more money don't mean that it still comes with stress, because let me tell you something. When me doing a couple of fix and flips, and when they didn't go so right, that wasn't $500. That was $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 fixes. And your stress is totally different when you're doing bigger deals and working with different type of money, And so I think that wealth can help you if you have the right mindset. Once again, I think mindset, you have to learn how to change all of that. Figure out what is your happiness, and is your happiness connected to money, or is your happiness working out? Is your happiness spending time with the grandkids? Is your happiness reading books? I don't know what those are for every person, right?
Exactly.
But you have to learn yourself and what makes you happy, and then from then you can go on to the money and all the other stuff.
Yeah, because money doesn't necessarily make you happy.
No, it doesn't. You got to figure out what those are, and sometimes people really need to sit and figure that out.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't know. Like, if you ask somebody right now, like, what would make you happy?
They'll assume money, but money only solves money problems.
Exactly. And for you, Nevaeh, I got it right?
Yeah.
Okay, I got it right. So for you, Nevaeh, what's the most you've ever made on a deal?
On a deal? Okay, so they take commissions out of it.
Of course.
How much would you say?
I mean, do we want to put that out there? I don't know if we want to name.
Well,
like,
give me a range. A range.
I would say that one of our highest deals was at $1 million. Okay. So at a 3% commission, that's $30,000.
Okay. So,
or are you talking about like a real estate deal, like a fix and flip?
No, that's perfect right there. That's perfect. How do you handle $30,000?
Me personally, or giving advice to someone else?
No, you. Just you're young, and you see you don't seem like you. I went to your page. I don't see you out there flexing or doing, doing some of the things that we may see the younger people your age doing. So,
Me, okay, first thing I'm going to do, I pay myself. I think it's very important to pay yourself, set money aside for taxes, because a lot of people in sales think that check is yours, and that's not the case. and then I reinvest into my business. So the money I spent, because I do a lot of listings, so I spend a lot of money on my listings. I pay myself back. I might go on a trip. But that's where most of my money goes, just reinvesting. I mean, I already have like life insurance and all of those things.
Yeah, her Roth accounts, like she's already kind of have all those things in place. So just adding more money into those different things. Whatever debts or anything like credit cards or whatever, making sure that they're paid for. Off.
But my advice if somebody did have $30,000 is pay down all of their debt, because a lot of people think, oh, I have $10,000, but your credit card is $20,000, so you don't really have $10,000.
Yeah.
So here's what I'm asking you. Were you like jumping up and down, like screaming, like could you not, like I know when I first made, I went from making $19,000 a year. In 1 month I made I had a $20,000 check, right? So for me, I was like I wasn't as wise as you. Let me just say that, because I spent and wasted a lot of money at first. Okay, so I was. What's the word you guys use today? Like, I was overjoyed.
I think, okay, now I understand the question.
Yes.
Okay, so...
Give me the real.
I was, of course, happy that I made that type of money, but my audience makes that type of money in a month because I am in real estate and I am around high producers. So it still doesn't feel like a lot to me, if that makes sense.
No
like,
champagne, no bottles pop, nothing.
I mean, I agree with you, but like
she's very conservative. I'm the one that's she's very conservative.
But like my peers are making, I know peers that are spending $100,000 a month. So like I'm trying to get to those numbers. So I guess my problem is I'm not celebrating the little wins.
You should.
I'm just trying to get to...
She's a very high achiever.
That, you got to understand too that a lot of people your age ain't making $30,000 some months.
But I've been making money since on my own from a little girl, so like I'm not surprised. Or I was making tens of thousands of dollars selling hair, so like I'm happy that I made that money. But it's still like I'm looking. One, it wasn't consistent. I wasn't making $30,000, $20,000 every single month, so I need to get that consistently, and then I think I'll be more satisfied because.
Gotcha.
Well, $30,000 is not that much money, but people be it ain't.
But let me say this: when I first made $30,000,
give me the real.
I was like, "What is this? What are we doing all this?" I don't know, because again, you coming from someone like you said making $20,000-$30,000 a year. So when you make that in 1 month,
yes,
I'm like, well, I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Exactly.
But real estate changed my mind. So now, if I got to go to a closing and invest in a house, I'm bringing $30,000-$50,000 cash. So to me, it's not money.
Yes.
But at one point, it was unattainable.
Yes.
I couldn't even think about something like that. Like I would tell this, and I've said this in plenty of times, that when certain things will go wrong, like with the car, and the car might be, I don't know, $3,000 to fix. I thought that was impossible. Like, where am I? I don't even know how to even get $3,000.
Yeah.
That's not attainable. But now in real estate and making that money, it's attainable. So when I made $30,000 that first, and it's coming in,
you're happy. But
I was happy. I was trying to figure out like what I'm going to eat, where I'm going to go, what I'm going to drink.
I'm going to pop some bottles.
Yeah. I think the difference is we grew up differently.
Yeah, of course.
So like me, like I said, I'm around people who are making $500,000, millions of dollars. So to me, I still feel like it's nothing. And I think that's the problem. But most of the people I'm around don't look like me either. So I guess I should be happy.
Yeah, I mean, you're lucky because you are been put into a different environment.
Yes.
Whereas, like for me, I wasn't in that environment. So I don't even know, where to even begin when you get that type of money. Because my first time, before I got it, I had a lawsuit or whatever, and I got $40,000. And I didn't invest or do anything with it. I don't even know where that money went.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And I was like, I wish I had the right mindset back then because I got $40,000. I was like, you know what I mean?
And you're lucky because we didn't have parents that taught us about finances and credit and all that stuff. So I feel like you guys are blessed to have parents now that can teach you guys about that type of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, so I want to ask you guys, if someone was to inherit $500,000 tomorrow, what should they do first?
Well, the first thing first is taxes, because I believe you're going to have to pay taxes on that. And so you want to make sure that the IRS is handled, like, because you don't want to have any IRS problems. So that's your first thing. I would then tell that person to put some money to the side for emergency savings fundings, like things like that for your life. The next thing I would tell that person is to pay any debt, high interest debt that they might have, credit cards, personal loans, if they had a car payment. And
then I would say buy a house if you haven't bought your house. But and then obviously get life insurance, max out your Roth account, set up the brokerage accounts for your children. If you have children, it depends where you're at in your life. And if you've done all those things, then I would start really investing into real estate.
So,
income producing assets, estate planning.
Let's pump the brakes here. Let's pump the brakes. When we're talking to our community, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who may lack the education, lack finances, what advice do you give them?
First is their credit, because most of the time they don't have good credit, and credit can buy you so much. So the first thing first is get your credit right.
And I want to touch on even investing into real estate rental DSCR loans. It doesn't go based off your income. It goes based.
They
off...
don't know what that is, and neither do I. Yes.
But first thing first, if I'm talking to a person in our community, first thing first is, what is your credit score, and what does your credit look like, and what is your debt? Because that's the first thing that most people don't have in order. Because most people don't even have $1,000 in a savings account right now. You know what I mean? So those are my first thing. Get your debt out. Get your credit fixed. You must have an emergency fund. First thing first.
But what I was touching on is to get you invested into real estate. If your credit score is at a 700 credit score, you can get a DSCR loan, which is only based off your income, based off your credit score, not your income. You can get a rental property and they'll give you a loan based off of the rental. Did that make sense?
That makes sense.
So it's not about not having the money. It's about making sure you have a decent credit score because they'll give you things.
Right. Yeah, and that's what...
But that's like your mom said.
Yeah.
What if they don't have that? Credit is everything.
Credit's the first thing.
I think if you have a bad credit score, you have bad habits most of the time.
Or I wouldn't necessarily say that, because I didn't have a good credit score when I first moved to Atlanta back in 1999. And it was because I wasn't taught about credit. It wasn't taught. Even though my grandmother had great credit, still, she didn't teach us about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I didn't feel like credit was important until I moved here and I started hanging around certain people once I got into sales. And then I knew the value of what credit could do for me.
Sure, my credit was messed up.
Yeah.
And it wasn't because of that. It was, one, I ain't had no money. So I'm swiping the card.
Definitely.
I'm swiping that card, and I barely had the money to pay it back. You know what I mean? So even if I wanted to get my credit right, I couldn't, because I didn't have the money at the time, for real. You know what I mean? And so it's really sitting down with a person and trying to figure out your finances or how to get that debt paid off, doing the snowball effect or whichever one that works for you. You know what I mean? But because sometimes the thing is, you just don't have
the money.
I just don't have the money.
But then I feel like sometimes people are buying certain things on their credit card that they don't really need.
Yeah, and that could be the case in our community.
That's how I feel with most people. Like, I do think there's some people actively working, but I feel like another section of people are just living their lifestyle on credit cards.
Yeah.
And what advice do you give to those people? Like, if they're living paycheck to paycheck, they're not making a lot of money. Like, what advice can you give them on how to gradually get into real estate?
Well, if you are living paycheck to paycheck, first I will say this: pay yourself. You gotta take. I don't know what your check. Take $100 and put it to the side, so that way you can start to build, so that way you can have some money to start to do the things that you want to do. That's one. And two, I will always say this: figure out how to increase. So if that means asking for a raise at your job, you know what I mean? Finding another job that you can get into.
Multiple streams of income.
Yeah, that can help you, you know?
Yeah, because the only way you're going to be able to do it is if you increase your income.
Yeah, that's the only
whatever
thing.
that looks like. Because if you keep reducing your debt, I mean, you're going to be poor and homeless. So you have to make more money.
We have to figure that out.
Whatever that looks like for you.
Yeah, and some people are scared because they feel as though that I've worked so hard, I don't know what else to do, I'm tired, I'm exhausted. And I think that's another thing for us as
you feel trapped.
Yeah, you feel like you're trapped,
and especially with this economy, the cost of living right now is it's high.
Yeah, it's
gas prices.
Yeah,
the cost of renting a home, buying a home, it's a lot.
Because, I don't know, when I was renting, it was like $500 for rent. So I'm like,
back
$1,500 for this place? This place would have been $350. You know what I mean? Like, what happened?
I remember when eggs were, 50 cents?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Like, this is crazy. So I feel like it's tougher now, and the income has not changed. So what are you supposed to do?
They have to be willing to change. You gotta sometimes you
and
gotta educate
trying.
yourself.
Yeah.
To move up. Yeah. For a better paying job.
Yeah. And we as females don't ask. A lot of times we'll stay stagnant and just continue to keep doing the work, but we don't ask. We don't say, hey, can you pay me more? If not, I'm gonna go over here. Or we don't look at another job. We won't try. We get stagnant.
And I think I heard a study is people who stay at the same job and the people who job hop, the person who job hops makes more than the person who stayed.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
And I think, like you're talking about real estate, that could be a door to open for them as well.
Yeah, I tell everybody all this. Look, so the first thing first is if you don't have your own home, go ahead and get your own home. Mm-hmm. That's the first thing. And don't try to get the Taj Mahal, because that's what everybody wants. Well, it don't meet this. I want to have this. Just get.
You don't have nothing like.
Look,
you gotta start somewhere, right?
The ones that are at a sweet spot of purchasing a home are the ones that want the most and are the most difficult at times. The most difficult, because they want everything for this big purchase. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because for them, it is a big purchase, and I don't want to take that away from them. But I always have to tell people, like, this is just a stepping stone. This isn't your end all, And so, once again, the mindset, once you can get them to rethink this through, hey, get this condo or townhome or house for, I don't know, whatever you could afford right now. If it's $200,000, get it. Work your way. That could be, you can house hack. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? House hacking is where you buy a house, then 2-3 years later, you buy another one. You sell it, flip it, you know what I mean? However, but people don't want to do the work.
And I literally just did the math on this. People really don't understand how much money they're spending in rent. If you're spending $2,000, you times that by 1 year, you're at $24,000. You times that by 5 years, you're at $100,000 over. So if you did rent it for 20 years, you're at $600,000-$700,000 when I
no equity.
Yeah.
You've made somebody else rich.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because with that equity, you can do things with it.
Yeah.
And what are some of the things they can do with the equity?
So I like to tell people to reinvest it. A lot of people like to fix their roof, fix up the things in their house, but the money doesn't really come back. It comes back in later, but it doesn't really come back to you immediately because that interest is high on those HELOCs.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes, it is.
But people don't really talk about that. So, my thing is, like, you can get another house. You can do it. You can start your investment at that time, or your business, or whatever that might look like for you, because everyone has their different goals of what they're trying to do. But I'm telling people to do things like that.
So, working with your mom. Is that tough? Like, how do you work with your mom all day? And like, are you in mommy mode all day or no?
At this age, no.
Okay.
At the age that she's at now, no. Mm-mm.
I would say since we grew up together, we're very familiar with each other's habits. So I think we know when to back off. Mm-hmm. So I think since we live together, we mesh well together. But like work wise, I'm a very structured person, and she's more like not structured. So that's the only time that like we bump heads. But like I understand, like I have weaknesses, and it's like cool. My strengths. It's her weaknesses and vice versa. So I think that's what makes us the perfect duo.
Yeah.
And do you like get to a point at work we're like, okay, I'm the mom and this is how we're going to do it?
Ooh, no. Actually, I don't do that. Okay. I do respect her. Like, we respect each other's opinions and thoughts and everything like that. Mm-hmm. I don't use the mommy like, no, you listen to me. Now, when we get into like something personal about like paying off a car, you know what I mean?
She was like, pay off your car. And I was like, no.
She didn't want to do it. And so, she didn't want to do it because it was the idea of taking all this money
and just paying a bill. And I was I was like 19 years old. So like, imagine paying $15,000 off your credit card. I ain't never spent that much. So I was like, I don't want to do this. If I got $15,000, I want to keep it.
She wanted to keep it. And I told her, I sat down with her and I said, look, once you pay this car off, that means that you don't have to worry about making any monthly payments. That's extra money that's going to get in your pocket, and you'll be able to get this money back again. Because
she was absolutely right.
Yeah. And it increased your credit score, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told her all those things. Yes. But it was a fight and a tug because she didn't want to do it.
Because what 19-year-old has $15,000? It's not no Nepo baby. It's like, yeah, let me pay off my car.
I can keep buying this. I can keep doing this. But I told her like the increase of what would happen on just paying this car off. There's no need to keep it.
So are you happy that you paid it off?
Yeah, I paid it off. It got totaled a couple months ago. So, but I got another car.
Yeah.
That I just paid cash for.
Yeah.
Oh, but okay, excuse me.
But when I use mommy stuff, it's in things like that and personal stuff. But when we're in the business of things, I don't.
Okay, I like that. And have you guys created boundaries for one another?
I mean, we don't work in the same room, so like we're not sitting right next to each other. So I feel like we still have that personal space. Mm-hmm. But I think it goes back to like we just respect each other and we have the same common goal. And since I know her, it just works. So yeah, we just know each other. That's why it's easy to work. Like
I knew her my whole life, right? And her whole life.
I knew you.
Yeah. So you get to know your children. Yes. You know what I mean? So you know what ticks, what don't, when to back off, when to. So I think that it works. I actually, honestly, think that we have made each other grow and much more stronger working together because I know where she's weak at, so she doesn't even have to tell me. I can already just go in and just fulfill it, you know what I mean, and do those different things. And so I like that because it's a relationship where I don't have to, now we're going into something, but and sometimes when you're dating or whatever in a relationship, you have to tell a person how to love you. You have to tell a person how to do certain things for you. And with her, I don't have to tell her how to do those things. She already does it, and vice versa.
Understood. Understood. So, what advice do you guys give to a married couple that's wanting to purchase a home?
Okay, is this their first home?
First home.
Married couple? So, those are always the toughest sometimes because one wants something and the other one wants something totally different. You know what I mean? And so you got to figure out who is the decision maker. Mm-hmm. And once you figure that out, then I like to talk to my clients and figure out like what is your true goals? Is this something a place you're going to be at for a long period of time? Is this like your forever home you're looking at this? I'm also trying to figure out family dynamics. Like, are you having grandkids? Do you have children? Like, what are those dynamics? So that way I can help you figure out what to do next. So I helped this, like, for example, I got this one couple, they were only approved for $200,000, found them a house. They stayed there for 2 years. Now they're selling the house, making even more money and buying the true house that really fits their family right now. And so it's really trying to figure out the dynamic of their relationship and what's going on, so that way I can help guide you.
Should couples have a conversation about their finances and, when it comes to purchasing a house before they even get married? And what that looks like?
I think you should know the person's finances.
Yeah.
That would be crazy if you didn't.
Yeah, I think so. But then I'm also like, sometimes you don't have to buy the house if you don't need to buy the house together. And as a married, like, you can just buy the house and then the husband can buy a house and then you can have two. But again, it's all trying to figure out like what the people's dynamics and what it is that they're trying to do. Because some people need the purchase power to have the other person on there to purchase that home. You know what I mean? And
then I think if you have kids too, because if you have kids, you might put that house in a will.
Yeah, in the trust.
Or if something happens to you guys, where's the house gonna go? So I just think it's like not one fit answer. It depends on the dynamic of the marriage. If they have children, like what's the best thing to do, and if you don't have the money, you don't have a choice. You have to do it together.
You have to do it, right. But I have one couple where the wife brought the house and then the husband brought the investment property.
Because their name can still be on the deed.
Right.
Both names.
Right.
So when it comes to purchasing a house, what are the main things people should have in order today?
I mean, first is your credit. That's
credit is king.
You gotta have your credit. You gotta have money. So a lot of people, I know people are saying you could buy a home with no money, but
$0.
You still should have something.
Well, I know when I first purchased my home about 24 years ago, we only had to bring they said $2,000, and then I think it was much less than that, and that was for a $218,000 home back then. Today, people are having to bring to the table from tell me if I'm right or wrong, $20,000.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on the price of the home. So there's two costs that a buyer has: is their down payment and their closing costs. Typically, both of them are 3%. So if you're looking at a $300,000 home, that's $9,000 on the down payment and $9,000 on the closing costs. Yes, you can definitely spend less if you get down payment assistance. But a lot of times, if you do something like Georgia Dream, you have to pay that on the back end. So a lot of people feel like, oh, I'm saving money. It just went into your loan. So if you do have the money, just pay it now, if that makes sense for you and your family. But closing costs, you can ask the seller. They're not obligated to give it to you. But as of today, we're in a buyer's market, so we're able to save our buyers and collect all the closing costs.
Yeah, because I had a client that got a check back where they got down payment assistance, so that was covered. The seller gave them all the closing costs and extra, and so at the end of the day, they came there with no money, and they got a check back from closing.
Are there any programs out there for like doctors, vets, and like what's out there for or for a regular person just wanting to? They need some type of assistance.
There's all of it out there. I mean, there's programs for doctors. There's programs for self-employed. VA. There's all different types of programs. So I think it's important that every person's story is different. So I think it's important for you to talk to a realtor or a lender to really understand your situation, so that way you can figure out what's going to be the best fit for you. Because there's teachers programs. There's so many different. Yeah, there's so many different. But everybody is different, because even like for new construction, for the police, they'll add money towards your closing costs, give you an extra $1,000. But right now, because the economy is so crazy, they're giving you the $26,000. They're paying for everything.
Wow.
The interest is 3.99 right now because they are desperate. They want people.
Yeah, because people are thinking that the interest rates are like 6 and 7%.
They are, but with new construction, they're lower. And the reason why is because they have...
Are they buying that interest rate down?
Yeah, so they're buying it down. The new construction new construction company is buying it down for them, and then it's being set to where it's at 3.99, 4.99 for them. Where I tell people, okay, yes, interest rates is 6%, 7%, but hey, you could go new construction, and your interest rate is lower. So that same $400,000 house.
Or you can pay rent and get nothing back. Like
that same $400,000 house that you were looking at is going to be much lower at a 4.99 interest rate.
And what do you guys make of right now, today, we see a lot of investors buying property, not property, but what do you call it? Land, and then they're building
development.
They're building like townhomes and renting them out.
I know.
It's a lot of that going on. And I went into one, and the lady was telling me, the agent there, she was saying that, we're moving away from people buying homes now. Yeah. Is that like a true statement? Because all these investors are now buying all this land and building homes to rent out, communities.
I know, it's crazy. So look, I would say this, just like I said earlier, AI can't take that away. And it's a passive income. So once I sell that house and that's done and it's gone, you made, I don't know, whatever you made, $200,000, that's it. But imagine making...
Yeah, but they're renting these properties out is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know. So imagine as an investor, which one would you, if you was investing, would you rather have a rental property where you're going to make a certain amount of money every single month for the next 30-some years or however? Or would you rather make that lump sum that one time?
Of course. But I'm just saying for a first-time home buyer. So if they're saying the market is now shifting... because the younger generation don't want to own homes, right? What does that mean for you guys?
You talking about us as realtors?
Yes.
I mean, we can do rentals, we can do commercial, we can do anything. We can help you buy the land, sell the land. Okay. So we're not limited to just selling and buying houses. Yeah. I think a lot of people just don't know how to purchase a home. Yeah. I think they're just scared and they have fears and they're just doing what's comfortable and what their family has done. Because, as Black people, we're behind. So this is what no one has owned a home. Like my mom helped her buy her mom a home and then help my brother just buy a home. Yeah. So I feel like if my mom wasn't in the industry, they probably would have continued to rent because they didn't know. But then I kind of feel like I can't give people the benefit of the doubt because we have online and AI now to learn things.
Yes.
But I think it's just more so scared. I think people want to do it, but they're just scared to do it. Like I even told my friend, like she's a respiratory therapist. I told her you should probably buy a home. But like she just.
And are you guys dating anyone?
She's dating someone who is such a great guy. I like him so much.
So you make time. Why aren't you, you're not dating?
I'm trying. Where we at? We in Atlanta. This is not easy. It's not easy.
Everybody keeps saying it.
It's not easy. I'm definitely, are you married?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah. So
35 years.
So you don't have no clue what we're going through right now.
I feel like the boys want to be the girls.
Daughters.
Are they married?
No.
So
my son is married. My son is married, but my middle daughter and then my daughter who's here back in the back, she's only 21. She's still in college. So
okay. Look, that's a whole nother episode. It is so tough because everyone is all about everyone's listened to the different podcasts of how to be in a relationship, and really is what works for you. Everyone's situation is different, but I do find it hard for me to date. One, because I'm so focused. But she be dating a lot of people. Like she go out more than me. Every weekend, you're on a date with somebody. I don't always be on a date with somebody. I'm supposed. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yes,
I'm dating.
Are you going to the website finding these men, or
I'm on Hinge.
Okay.
So I am on Hinge, and then just going out to the regular places, just kind of meeting people. Okay. And we'll see when that time comes.
Okay. So before we wrap everything up, tell the people where they can find you guys.
You know better than.
See, this is what I'm saying. She don't know social media, don't even know. So you can find both of us at Real Estate Is My Game on all platforms, and you can also find us Women Invest in Real Estate as well.
Okay. Yeah. Well, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. And it's been another great episode of The Truth Ain't In Us. I want to thank you ladies once again for coming here today and sharing your story and entertaining me.
Thank you.
Thank you.